Welcome to Living Life, the show that allows you to pursue things that make you happy, curious, and keep you open-minded. This is Living Life on the Empty the Bench Podcast Network.
Hi, and welcome to episode 6 of Living Life Home Design Concepts. I'm Tony Montuori Jr., and this is the Empty the Bench Podcast Network, which you can also follow on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Last month, we spoke about a monochromatic look and a very spacious kind of home with a lot of furniture in it. This month, I want to talk about how to achieve the concept of the open floor plan. So many people love the open floor plan concept. That's where one room flows into another room without any walls. Now, most homes aren't set up that way. So it would be nice if we could make a home be exactly what it wants to be. And you can do that. Sometimes you need to use professional people, though, because when you're dealing with electricity, gas, and fire, you don't want your house to burn down. So please use a licensed electrician, a licensed gas expert, and do the construction the right way. Some walls can be support walls of your roof line. And if you take down that wall and don't re-support it, your house can cave in. So with that said, I want to talk about this home here. It's a traditional style home that we've made into a very, very spacious home. As you enter the home, you see a lot of walls, old-fashioned tile at a diamond. Not that tile at a diamond is old-fashioned, but the 12 by 12 squares is an old-fashioned look. And as we pan through this home, you can see the fireplace with the cabinets. And it's a rather spacious home, but we made it even more spacious. As you can see by the front door, the tile continues throughout, and we do continue with new tile when we redo this home to give it that open concept look. But it's important to lay everything out and have your thought process ahead of time so that you know exactly where you're going and what you're doing. The home here is a living room and a dining area that you can see right here. And where my client is sitting at this table, the wall behind him is the wall we're actually going to remove and open up this living room, dining room to the kitchen itself. Now, we did some engineering check, and this wall was not a support wall, but the AC duct, which you can see in the wall that we're going to remove, did cause some renovation to be had by putting the output AC duct into the ceiling. So as you can see, first we opened up the wall, and you can see behind the wall, the AC vent is actually dangling down. The workers are preparing to take down a soffit that is in the kitchen. And I'll show you that later. But right now, we did find out that this was not a support wall, and it could come down very easily and open up the whole room completely. So once we took down that wall, we went ahead and laid down a 12 by 48 tile that looks like wood. When you lay down tile, it's very important to lay it in your mind first so you know how the tile is going to look in a house. I'll show you why in 1 second. Here you can see The room is opened up now, and the dining area we've angled, we've repositioned lights in the ceiling, and we can see right through to the kitchen. This is called the open concept plan. People like to be able to entertain and cook and still feel they're part of the entire Christmas party, Thanksgiving Day, birthday party, whatever is going on. Here you can really see how the open concept keeps this house wide open and has a flow to it. The entryway here is what I wanted to point out. The tile, we start with the hallways. The reason I start putting tile down in a hallway is I want the tile to run the long way of the hallway. If you run tile or wood, anything with a vertical line, horizontally, it's going to look like steps in your hallway. It's going to look like a ladder. You don't want it to be a ladder look. You want it to run the length of the hallway because it elongates the hallway, and it's really the proper way to do it. From there, though, you have to continue the tile in whatever direction you started, and it lays out into each room continuously. So you don't want to get to a room and turn the tile the other way. If this is how the hallway is, then that sets up the pattern for the entire home. So this was the old kitchen with the drop ceiling I was talking about. You can see there's two ducts there for air conditioning. There was a light system. I want you to see how we reuse the kitchen cabinetry and actually reuse this section here, which is the gas stove, and repositioned it onto the other side of the room. This is the side where the gas stove ends up, and this actually goes into the casita of the home, and we actually closed in part of this door to make the next room more spacious. Here's another view of going from room to room. So here in the process, we needed a center island, and we had to match existing cabinets. So we bought cabinets from Home Depot, laid them out, had them painted, and arranged them in the room. Here you can see we've already painted the cabinets that were existing. We did a white, we added a crown molding, and we did a beautiful backsplash to offset the floors. It's a herringbone pattern in this case. And we needed to add an extra cabinet in. So it's important when you're adding cabinets next to existing cabinets that you see what the door style is. In this case, the door style is a raised panel door. And the cabinet we bought in wood is also a raised panel door. There are different doors such as recessed paneled, glass doors. But once it's painted, you're never going to know that it didn't always exist there. We also added handles to all the cabinets, which is a very easy process and is a beautiful upgrade to the home. Here you can see how we now in that corner added the other section of cabinets to the cabinets that were existing and made this one long continuous kitchen. So this is the after. So you can see how that kitchen, which was stunted, is now very grand and spacious in the room. The counter, which is a quartz, got added to the top of the existing cabinets that we put in and became this grand centerpiece of this kitchen. And it does give us just a little bit of separation between the dining area, but it also added extra storage features in this home. As you can see here, we also can do special features when we do renovations. Here, we wanted to hide one of the garbage cans, which is the recycle bin. So inside this door, we removed the shelf and we did a pull-out garbage bin, and now you don't have to see any of your recyclables. Simple artwork helps to keep the flow of the home in that expanded way. So this is the master bedroom, and they had carpeting down, and in a moment you'll see how the tile continued. The bathroom's open to this particular master bedroom. And as you can see, the tile flows right in. The room looks much more spacious. We painted the same color, light gray, throughout the home to keep it very spacious and keep the open concept. With just some nice dark accents. Again, in the master bathroom, we reused the existing cabinetry. We replaced the countertops, the hardware for the faucets. And instead of having one long mirror, we've gone with individual mirrors and again put new hardware on. This is the casita bathroom and bedroom. I want you to notice that here in this corner, there is no closet. We actually, if I swing around, this is the closet in the same room on this curved wall. We actually got rid of this closet and opened up the wall behind the closet to the next room. This helped to add an extra bedroom in the home and keep the open concept flow. This is in the process. We've added this closet now to the corner. Very simple to add a closet to any room. And as you can see where the picture's hanging, that was the door to the old closet that we closed in. Once it was spackled and painted, you never knew there was a closet there. And here on this side of the room, you can see the new closet looks like it's always been there. Again, the bathroom vanity cabinets we've painted in a very soft medium gray for a little bit of contrast, added a mirror, new hardware, and again, the tile flows right through the home. The same room has a beautiful view of the pool. So this room here is the room in between the kitchen and the casita. It was actually a kitchen nook area for the casita. We wanted an extra bedroom, so by closing in half of that doorway going into the kitchen and expanding out the bathroom, we were able to add a full bath. Right now, that is just a half bath. We removed the kitchen cabinets along the wall, and this is the back side of the closet from the casita that we opened up and made this room quite large. It had a window in it, which was nice. Any room, bedroom that has a window in it is always a selling point for resale value. So here it is in the process. You can see the old door from the casita closet. Again, this was not a supporting wall, so it was very easy to open up this wall, move around the electrical, and since we were doing new tile throughout, we didn't have to worry about the flooring at all. This is the bathroom expansion. Where the gentleman who is putting in the tile right now is, that's where the commode was, and the sink vanity was actually over. So by expanding out the room, we were able to add more space. So now you can see the wall is completely down. We've spackled in, and this is where our new bed will sit. So this is the bathroom done. You can see how now we have a full bathroom with a walk-in shower. I love these showers. You have to kind of look real close. If you look to the right of the white towels hanging on the left side of the wall, you can see the handle for the shower. A lot of times, or most times, when I do an open concept shower, I like to put the handle on the left and the shower head on the right. That way, you don't reach in, turn on the water, and get scolded or get blasted with cold water. You can reach in on the left side, turn on the water, and the water comes in on the right side. We did a very simple stepping stone accent in the center. And here is a nice tip also. When you're doing the expanding space and you want the open concept, this floor tile we've used on the walls. And it keeps the room more spacious and less busy. Here you can see a close-up of the handle on the left and the shower head on the right. Again, a lot of people do their little soap niche or shampoo bottle niche where you can see it. I like to put it off to the side so you're not seeing all of the soaps or shampoos you leave in the shower on a daily basis. So this is the wall that came down, and this was part of the closet where that bed is sitting from the other room, the casita room. But now you can see this is quite a large bedroom. That's a full size Cal King bed with a nightstand, and it fits very nicely into this space. Again, we've used very muted colors to keep it open concept. Simple dresser on the other side. This room actually has 2 windows in it, one on this side and one on the other. This was a room that we needed to create a bunk room look. A lot of Airbnb homes need to have bunk rooms so the kids can all bunk together. So here we've kept the existing cabinets. We just painted them and changed the handles, and we updated the flooring. Here it is done. Very simple, elegant. These are very high bunk beds, so if an adult needs to sleep on the bottom, it could have extra space. Again, it's all about the open concept. This room here is our second, or really our 4th guest bedroom. A lot of times you have to work around what clients' needs are. They didn't want to replace the gold framed closet doors, so we made them work. Once we were done adding the flooring, we painted an accent wall. We brought in some gold accessories so that the door trim on the closet would work. So as much as there is a lot of chrome and gray going on, you can see on the nightstands are some gold accessories, and the area rug actually has blue, gray, and gold lines going through it. This is the other side of the room, and it's still very spacious with the remaining gray walls. Now, outside. I can't talk enough about the inside. I have to talk about the outside too. This is the living area that is the most open concept. In this before picture, as much as you would say, oh, this looks beautiful, we need to create extra space. So I wanted to continue the flow of color into the outside, and that's where you'll see the gray tone come in. But all those plants we removed, and we made a sun deck up there. The center island, again, I know it's beautiful, but we needed more space, and we wanted to really create that open concept. So we removed all of that and concreted in the space. The pergola here did not extend quite far as we needed it to be. So we added onto it and then repainted the entire thing. So everything that we do, once we're done, looks like it was always supposed to be there. That's the way it was meant to be. So here it is after. You can see that we now have a sun deck in the back and a sun deck in the front, and it opens up the space tremendously. This is a view towards the front of the house. You can see the pergola, which ended after 2 sections, has now got a 3rd section, which actually goes over the barbecue. We need to create shady spots here in the desert. So the pergola, we've added a clear plastic, not really a mesh, but it's a clear plastic that is specifically made to subdue the sun and the sun's rays and also keep rain out. So that is on the top. It's translucent. You can't even see it. You don't even know it's there. But as you can see, in the middle of that pergola are two more chaises. Not everybody wants to be in the sun. The dining area needed to be very spacious. Here we've used a polywood, which looks just like regular wood, but it's actually a plastic composite. This will never decompose. The sun, the rain, the wind, the snow couldn't hurt this. And it stands up very well to abuse and multiple use. We needed another access to the platform, the sunbed platform. So we broke down the wall and added stepping stones, made it very simple and easy to get into. Creating the open concept look can be very daunting. Get a professional involved. Know where you're going. Have an idea. Talk about it. Lay out your plans. It's important to know how much money you have available to spend on the project. It's important to be realistic about the monies and where you want to go. Nothing has to be done in phase 1. Things can be done in phase 2, 3, and 4. I always consult with my construction general manager before we open any walls. I make sure that every worker is licensed. And in this case, COVID time, everybody wears a mask. It's easy to achieve the open concept. If you need help, my email is interiorconcepts30@yahoo.com. I'm always available to answer your questions. You can also text me. The Empty the Bench podcast network is a useful device for you to continue learning from. Download them from YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can rewatch the episodes. Next month, I'm going to talk about how to hang the pictures correctly, which you look at these homes and you say, oh, it looks beautiful. How am I going to be able to hang these pictures? I make it very simple for you to do any of this work. The open concept is where today's families are going. Yes, people still have the formal dining rooms, but the open concept of living life where everybody is together is where we need to go.
You're watching Living Life Home Design Concepts as brought to you by the Empty the Bench Podcast Network. If you're interested in finding more shows about sports, news and entertainment, and pop culture, you should check out our fresh voices and a fresh perspective by checking out our other shows. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at ETB Network. Again, both Facebook and Twitter at ETB Network. The Empty the Bench Podcast Network. We're more than just sports.
Hey there, I'm Howie Morgeson on Living Life, Sweets, Treats, and Eats on the Empty the Bench Podcast Network. It's all about food, and food for the family, tradition, and holidays. We'll show you how to make simple foods where you can share with family and friends. So join us on the podcast. To find out more about the ETB network, you can find us on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, on @ETB Network, where you'll find information about pop culture, sports, entertainment, food, and much more. So I look forward to seeing you on the next Sweets, Treats, and Eats.
In conclusion, I want you to look at these before and after pictures. Here is the living room, dining room, kitchen concept. open, spacious. The master bedroom is the highlight of every home. And who doesn't deserve to live in luxury? I want to wake up every morning in this room. And your guests as well. They deserve luxury too. Don't make them too comfortable because you don't want them to move in. But there's no reason why they can't feel just as comfortable in your home. Home Design Concepts tries to bring you new innovating ideas. I'd love to hear from you and tell me what you want to hear about. Everybody's got a pressure point topic that they can't deal with when decorating. I'm open to discussion and to add it on one of our shows. The Empty the Bench podcast is live once a week with different subjects being discussed. Howie Morgeson doing our home cooking. Oh my God, I wanted one of those latkes last time I was watching the show. And Camille Prunka, she just organizes everything. And I guess with me, we'll make it look beautiful. So don't forget to tune in to the Empty the Bench podcast network. Living Life, ETB. My show is the Home Design Concepts. I try to give you a new tip and help you once a month. Don't forget, next month, I'm going to talk about how to hang the pictures correctly. I'm Tony Montuori Jr. I hope your holidays are safe and festive. I hope you get to enjoy all the food you want with your families. And I look forward to seeing you next month.